Bryant Lake Disc Golf Course, ranked the 33rd best course in the world, is the perfect spot to launch my new series, Goliath Discs vs. Midwest Courses, presented by Goliath Discs. This is a series where, as I travel the Midwest, I'm taking on the most iconic courses, showing you what Goliath Discs can do. Big shots, tough courses, and real moments on the course is what it's all about. Let's get into it. Ongoing rapture. We're not playing to the short pin, but that's where you want to land. Oh yeah, that'll do just fine. And the basket's up and over, so we're just gonna hang one out and try and get it up there. Going Samson. Definitely up there. We'll see what we have left for par. The goal of today is simple. Play smart golf, hit some fairways, make some putts, and see how my game stacks up against one of the best courses in the world while highlighting the amazing lineup of discs that Goliath has to offer. This is what we have for par on hole one. Fine effort. Well, this isn't the start I was hoping for. A bogey on hole one is definitely not ideal, but we have 17 more holes left, and the only thing that matters now is how I can come back from this bogey. All right, 300 feet, Pier Heiser, you see the basket to the left. Enoch. Definitely going to be easy par, but it's not great for a tee shot. All right, this is where the job landed. That should be 100 feet more short, but it's not, so we're going to just lay this up. Get our par. Chop. No way! Let's go! Birdie on hole two. Okay, now 238 going Samson. You might see the flag, but it's pretty straight. Go in the hole. Go in. Oh my goodness. That's going to be close. Although I got a bogey on hole one, I definitely picked it back up with one of the biggest birdie saves I've ever had. Now, after that tee shot on hole three, almost acing the hole, I feel like I have came back mentally, physically, and we'll see if the wind can continue messing with my game or if I can overpower it. Try to get another birdie. Right on the hole. And apparently we're not. Oh, the wind is in our head. 3 holes onward to hole three. Lake is already showing how important commitment is. Every tee shot has to be intentional because hesitation gets punished here. Having a bag that covers different lines just lets me stay focused on executing instead of overthinking the shot. All right, this is hole four. 250 up in that little gully. Going Samson again, flex forehand. It's going to be too flexy, but I get really lucky. It's my really bad shot. Ended up being fine. Anyway. Definitely going to have a low ceiling out this. Should be really dry. Oh. Direct Uber. Fortunately, it was not directly at the basket, in the basket. All right. Par, even par through 4 holes. Walking between holes out here, it's so easy to appreciate how calm everything feels in between shots. That contrast is what makes courses like this so special. I've also liked having a Goliath bag with me. Just knowing I have every shot shape covered lets me focus more on the moment and less on what disc I'm grabbing. Here we are at hole 5, and this is probably just a mid shot. Par 4, I believe, so flex forehand. Only 340, so going Samson. I believe that should be fine. Alright, so I'm pretty sure I should have gone fairway driver, but we're going to have a pretty easy par. Yep, that's down there nicely. Okay, this is what we have for birdie on what could be the easiest hole on the course, saying it's a par 4. That was a little risky, but you know, it's a birdie. Back to 1 under on the end. Let's continue. Although the results have not shown it yet, I have so much trust in my game. The results will come. The only mistakes have been from outside factors, which helps keep me mentally in it and physically confident. Let's see how the things change. So now we are 1 under through the first 5 holes, and we have a pretty gettable hole here at hole number 6. Let's get it. Okay, so this hole uphill, where we are going We Die You Fly Rapture on a stock hyzer and hopefully give ourselves a putt. That's not a putt whatsoever. That's gonna be really rough. Okay, so I'm somewhere in here. It's not gonna be pretty. I see it. Oh, this is really gonna be bad. Okay, let me just climb into a tree for a sec. Oh my gosh. Is this slide even playable? Oh, my mic get fall off. Alright, here we go. Oh, low-key, I almost made it out. Can I grab my disc though? Oh my gosh. That might be the roughest spot. This is where the pillar landed. Par putt. No! Well, looks like we're taking another bogey to get to 1 on or to even. 7, 400-foot par 4. You really want to get this one because it's not very hard. And we're going We Die You Fly Rapture on just basically a forehand hyzer and get it out to the right. Has to be right into that tree. But it did make it through, so we should have an upshot into this really sick green. Let's go. Okay, I just saw that all my videos have been cinematic so far, so I'm gonna stop that and we're gonna try and see what we have some sort of a gap. It won't be good, but just watch. I have no clue where that went, but it looked pretty solid, so hopefully that's better. Okay, so I don't know where my disc is. I really have no clue. That gap was small, I hit it. And now we're just hoping it's on one of these. It's on this ledge right here. Well, this is what we have for birdie. Give it a good run. Well, we did in fact give it a good run. Now another par. Okay, this is hole 8, 474, par 4. This is just one without like 300 down the gut. I'm going flex forehand rapture. Hit the branch. That should be pretty good. Hopefully have a nice little forehand chip into the green. Okay, so mine rolled nicely into the fairway. So we're going pillar into the green. Get under. It's gonna play. It should be a birdie. Get back on this board. Okay, this is our birdie look right here on the 8th hole. Yeah, I think the one under, I don't know. Did that, well, continuing. Now, walking to the next tee pad, I mentally reset after getting a birdie, after a few pars. Now, I know if I can hit this gap and hit this fairway, I can set myself up for another one. Just about to the halfway point. Hole 9. And this hole is 306 feet. You can see the flag. Probably need to cut this over and hopefully give a look. That's too much cut. That's going to be par at best. Yay. Well, I am playing from the short tee apparently. Going pillar. This should be pretty easy in the headwind. I juiced it long. That'll be an interesting putt, but we do have a putt, so we take that. Okay, well, this is what we have left for par. Sent it a little long, but it should not be too difficult of a cleanup. And that's par. And I think that is a 1 under front 9 here at Bryant Lake. Let's move on to the back 9. All right, whole thing going Sampson back in. That's gonna be pretty good. Let's go. All right, that's what we have for birdie. I give this a safe bid for par purposes, and that's gonna be interesting. Oh, that's how you par. At hole 11, downhill, 267, going Sampson. The light comes off, but so does the disc. Alright. Alright. This is what we're going to say. Another birdie. And now we're back to a good score. Okay, so apparently the audio cut out on this one. So I'm throwing my middle flight glow raptured at the We Die You Fly. I do it with a little bit of Anheuser, get some flip up. It still ended up fading out to the right, which I was fine with for the most part. I knew I was going to have a long look. And then, yeah, my Covenant, my green one, is the one I'm using to putt this. And I just knew I had to give the height and committed to the putt 2 in a row. Feeling good about the round so far. Okay. I'm not sure why my audio cut out on this one, so I'll just tell you what I'm thinking. Downhill 192, going pillar, and playing just forehand skip shot, trying to play the hill. I'm thinking it's really good down there in that little rock area, and I iced this one last summer, so I'm pretty good at this hole. And yeah, right under the basket, easy birdie on to cap off a 3 in a row. So I always love a good turkey on my scorecard. So let's see if we can keep it going. Okay, I don't have a mic on, but we're gonna go Diamond Enoch on a hyzer. Keep it in bounds. Well, we did the keep it in bounds part, but not great. I was scared of the stuff on the left. Okay, 200 feet going Trevor Norman Doritos. All right, this is what we have for par. Easy bogey on hole 13 or whatever. Okay, hole 15, 248 uphill, going Rapture. And we just got killed by a tree. Let's go. Alright, my mics are about to die, so we are using the Covenant and trying to get birdie. That'll be a par. But let's try and throw one in. Almost. Alright, let's move on. Alright, well, this is for par. Although I haven't gotten many good results today, the positive is I'm out playing disc golf at an amazing course. I'm also throwing one of the best disc golf brands in the world, Goliath Discs. If you want to get any Goliath Discs, go to their website. My top 3 favorites are the Samson, Rapture, and Pillar. Make sure to get yours today to start improving your game. Now, we are moving on to hole 16, one of the harder par 3s on the course. Let's see how I can attack it. Okay, this is hole number 16, and we're going to try and par it. Okay, we are going to be throwing the gyro down the gut. Basket is like 280. Oh, dropped in the middle. Oh well, that should be par. Alright, this is where the last landed a little off the fairway, but it was a long way. Birdie! From deep, come on! Okay, I'm going to be commentating 17-18 because my phone died midway through 17. I'm throwing a hyzer with the Rapture, not the play. Should go anhyzer, but I leak it into the rough on the right. Lay out, take my par, and I move on and par the iconic hole. Now hole 18, my phone came back on the short pad, so I kind of just decided to film and take it from the short pad because there's a group behind me. Easy fairway to hit. I had no problems not hitting the fairway, but it didn't make it like so far forward somehow in the woods. And now I'm jump putting from about circle 2, try and run it, take my par, and well, that concludes Bryant versus Goliath Discs, which is episode 1 of my series brought to you by Goliath Discs. I'm sorry I did not have an outro. My phone died as soon as we were done filming, so this is all you're going to get. But thank you so much for watching. Check out GoliathDiscs.com and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss new videos. Thank you for watching.